Alright, me and David just seen Mad Max Fury Road. It's about 1-ish in the morning right now, though.
Yeah, I know.
It was a pretty long movie.
Like 2 hours?
Maybe, yeah, it was about 2 hours, maybe. Yeah, about 2 hours. But yeah, we saw it in 3D. Though, as far as the 3D goes, I didn't really seem to notice the 3D aspects until like near the end when they have some of the parts exploding and they go out right near your face and everything. But it's not really by much. So, yeah.
Although I'm sure if we saw it in 2D, it
wouldn't have made much of a difference, really. But yeah, that's the only time I really seem to notice the 3D just snapping out right at me. And it's only when if you momentarily take off the glasses that you get the screen gets all blurry and everything. So clearer vision, I guess. So, but yeah, wow, 30 years since the last Mad Max came out, and that was when Mel Gibson was in them. Oh boy, yeah, he's on Fury Road, and we're beyond Thunderdome. Woo!
way beyond Thunderdome.
Oh yeah, 30 years beyond Thunderdome. Though who knows who knows where this movie takes place. I keep hearing rumors that this movie takes place in between Mad Max 2 and 3 or Mad Max 1 and 2. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. All the Mad Max movies, including this one, always had that anthology feel. Though, if you were to take it in any count, regardless of which Mad Max you're seeing, if it's not called simply Mad Max, then you know it takes place after the first one. I mean, Mad Max: The Road Warrior takes place after the first one. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome takes place after the first one.
Yeah, he was kind of experiencing flashbacks, I guess, from...
Yeah, from when his family got killed or some people he failed to save. I never figured Max as the kind of guy who'd be... Well, I mean, okay, in The Road Warrior, he didn't seem to be so haunted by his... It didn't seem like he was haunted by his family's deaths or anything. He seemed to have been really pretty much a hard ass. You know, he was pretty much like a hardened man. He wasn't an asshole. He was just a guy just trying to get by.
Yeah.
And dispensing out justice whenever he could, of course. So, and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome didn't seem to be so haunted by his family deaths, but Fury Road, I don't know. I mean, maybe he can't stay. Maybe it's like he can't stay such a hardened man, and it's finally getting to him or something. Just being out all by his lonesome. Though, I don't know exactly. Fury Road kind of takes sort of the Beyond Thunderdome approach at first. You know, at the beginning, like in the beginning of Beyond Thunderdome, he gets attacked by a guy with an airplane, and he gets his camel stolen. And, you know, he just instantly gets knocked off, right? And same thing goes here for Fury Road. He's getting chased by a bunch of... He gets chased by Road Warrior gang, and he gets captured. And his car taken from him. And I'm like, oh, come on. You can't give him a wah-wah moment like that. I mean, come on, this is the Road Warrior, for crying out loud. Okay, well, first things first, you know, yeah, if I had to choose which Mad Max I like most, Mel Gibson or Tom Hardy, I don't know, I like them both. It seems like pretty much the same character to me, only with Tom Hardy, they're doing more like, I don't know, when they did that narration, when Tom Hardy did that narration, I almost thought, oh no, is Mad Max gone emo? Is he trying to be like Batman or something? But then, you know, the rest of the movie is he's pretty much the same gruff Mad Max. So I think it's more, yeah, it's really the same character, just different actor. I mean, until they make another one, and I keep hearing that they're going to make another one after this one, maybe they'll give better opportunity for people to decide which Mad Max they like best and which one has different attributes to him or something like that. So
I'm pretty sure, judging from the ending, there'll be another one. But
yeah,
no spoiler alerts, but
yeah,
you can pretty much guarantee it.
Yeah, but I like them both. I like both Mad Maxes. I like Tom Hardy. I like Mel Gibson.
Well,
So,
you know, when I went to see it, I really didn't have very high expectations, but it wasn't bad.
I mean, okay, which Mad Max do you like better?
I like the first one, but that's my opinion.
No, I mean, so far as actors is concerned, Mel Gibson or Tom Hardy?
Well, you got to give it to Mel Gibson.
Yeah, he's the one who started it all, but
he started it all, but
he's like he's the Sean Connery of Mad Max. So he is to Sean Connery what Tom Hardy is to, I guess, Daniel Craig.
And to be honest, was this really like highlighted with Max, or was it more about Furiosa?
Yeah, that's the same thing with, the same thing went with, the first movie, it was really focusing a lot on Max. The first movie did. I mean, if you had to compare them, if you had to compare this with the other Mad Max movies, I mean, the first one heavily focused on Max, you know, and sometimes focused on the biker gang. The second movie focused on a lot of characters. It focused on the Papagallo character, the Gyro Captain, the Feral Kid, Wex, Humongous. Max, while he was the titular character, sometimes he was like a plot device, and sometimes he was the driving force. I mean, he is the driving force, literally, when he drives. Yeah. So, and in Beyond Thunderdome, kind of the same thing in the Road Warrior, but, you know, going on a more fantastical direction. Yeah. So Fury Road, not much different than how the previous two, Road Warrior and Thunderdome, how they both went, you know, focusing on other characters as much as Max. And really, you know, Mad Max being the man of few words, well, that's kind of what he is. He's the loner anti-hero, the Australian equivalent to the American Western frontier gunslinger type of guy. So, but yeah, I did like the focus on Furiosa. I mean, though sometimes I can't. Were they trying to? Were they trying to make her the main character? I think it was just really just the fact that, you know, it's going back to like the Road Warrior roots. You know, this being a road movie, a very, very chaotic road movie.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Not a lot of CGI. Wow. I mean, it is great.
Some of the scenes, I don't know how they pulled them off. Well, you know,
that one sandstorm scene. You can give them. I mean, come on, you can give them leeway for that at least. I mean, come on, the movie's pretty much epic in scope. It's like a big journey movie and everything, so there's bound to be chaos and everything.
I'd say it's a 2-hour car chase.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like...
that was cool. I liked it the way there wasn't a lot of lulls in the action.
No.
Like, for being 2 hours, it wasn't...
No, it didn't really pull any punches, especially with that, you know, that one scene with Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. That was the pregnant girl. Yeah. I thought, wow, they went there. Wow. Because
spoilers though.
Well, come on, but they're gonna see it. They're gonna know the spoilers. We're gonna say it anyway. Yeah, there was the scene, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, who you might know for being in Transformers Dark of the Moon as Shia LaBeouf's new love interest after Megan Fox dropped out. Yeah, she played a pregnant girl in Fury Road. And, well, she got run over. And then she had her baby taken out of her via C-section, and her baby was dead. And it's like, wow. I mean, to be fair though, all the Mad Max movies had their really messed up moments. It's just, honestly, it just further illustrates, you know, the chaos of the post-apocalyptic world. The overall craziness, the insanity of everything. That's what I loved about the Mad Max movies. It's really just no limits whatsoever. It's not about trying to establish, trying to reestablish society or anything, like some other post-apocalyptic stories. It's not about, I mean, it is about survival, but more or less just, it's about the journey. It's about the road ahead. I mean, that's, yeah, hence the title Fury Road, among other things. So, I mean, Fury Road was said by one of the characters, Nux, played by Nicholas Hoult. So, fun fact, one of the actors from the original Mad Max was in this movie, not Mel Gibson. I can't remember his name, Hugh Kieran Jones or something. I can't remember his name, but he played Toe Cutter in the first one. He plays the main villain in this one too, in Immortan Joe. Yeah, I understand the kind of approach they were trying to go for with Immortan Joe. It's like they were trying to mix Humongous with Darth Vader and Rob Zombie and
Dr. Satan.
And who?
Dr. Satan.
Yeah, just all crazy.
A whole plethora of characters all mixed into one.
Just a lot. Just a lot of characters. Some I can't recall if I ever caught their names. Did you? I mean, I caught Nux's name, Furiosa. Yeah.
And some of the dialogue was a little hard to understand, I guess.
Well, it is Australian. So, but and that was one of the best. And you know, it's harkening back to the Road Warrior. You know, there wasn't a lot of dialogue spoken in the Road Warrior. It was a show, don't tell. I mean, I'm a kind of guy who likes show and tell, but sometimes I understand the necessity for show, don't tell. And that's what Road Warrior and this movie does. It does a lot of show, don't tell. It doesn't do a lot of exposition. Doesn't do a lot of we're like this because of such and such. I mean, sometimes it'll have some exposition, but when it is, it's at moments when you least expect them.
And I'm glad they didn't turn it into some sort of love story like they usually do.
Oh, no.
They kept that.
The
interests, if there were any love interests, they were very brief and they were short and not drawn out.
Yeah,
which was good.
The Mad Max movies, they didn't seem to go too much in the romance territory, and if they did, it wouldn't always end well.
I was just very glad that they kept it brief.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, this is from the guy who created the first 3 Mad Max movies, so you know it's going to be good. I mean, if it just really shows. I mean, for me, this movie really just shows that you can have high octane action without having a lot of CGI and everything. Because, I mean, you can have some CGI, but not like an overdose of it. Not to the point where you're going to get into a coma or whatever. No, this movie just uses a lot of practical effects. I love that. That's what made this movie. That's one of the things that makes this movie so great. Just the use of practical effects. Okay. Was Charlie Theron's metal arm, her prosthetic, did that look like CGI to you?
That was CGI.
Okay, yeah, I'll admit that was CGI. But see, that's the thing. It's the little things you notice and it's great that you don't. The CGI just really distracts from everything. Sometimes it makes it hard to see. Again, like with the Transformers movies, and this is like the anti-Transformers movies in the sense that it doesn't use a lot of CGI, and when it does use CGI, it is actually pretty. It's actually pretty meaningful.
Yeah, and it didn't look corny.
No.
Definitely a lot of stunt work involved.
Oh yeah.
Tons.
Again, making me think of Road Warrior. So, yeah, you gotta give them kudos for the stunt work for this movie. I mean, damn. And I'm just wondering where. I mean, they always make these vehicles in the Mad Max movies, like out of like really old cars.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they should have modern cars. I'm just saying if these movies are supposed to be taking place in the post-apocalyptic times, I don't know. Wouldn't there be more modernish cars or something? I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, but I thought the older cars. I think they gave the cars a badder ass look.
Oh yeah. The supercharged. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Exactly. So. And they were like, shit. There was 3 or 4 cars welded together.
Oh yeah.
On tank tracks.
Just
everything.
Oh yeah, that one, and that one car with the guy with the guitar, the flamethrower guitar.
That was my favorite thing ever.
How awesome was that?
That was fucking awesome. I love that.
I mean, seriously.
To me, that was like the greatest thing in the movie. For me, personally.
I love that. That was my favorite vehicle in the whole movie.
And there's banging on the drums and he's jamming on the guitar.
He's just like and then he'll burst out flames and like
flamethrower guitar.
Who wouldn't want a car like that? Though, good luck trying to.
And he did hold on for a long time.
Oh well,
and play the guitar as well.
Only because he had chains on him. But where were those chains hooked onto him? I didn't see like ankle bracelets or anything like that. Were they hooked into him?
I think they might have been hooked into him if you could watch the movie again.
Yeah, but
that was badass.
And the drums, the guitar, the flamethrower on the guitar. And then, you see the goggles come off him. I couldn't see his eyes.
He didn't have any.
He didn't have any eyes?
No.
I mean, yeah, I
don't think he had it.
he didn't have any eyes. They're like, holy shit, this guy doesn't have any eyes, but he's able to play the guitar perfectly while on a big rig vehicle. This movie it goes into the wild and crazy, and it's not even it's a good kind of wild and crazy. This movie, this movie just doesn't take any punches.
When you say we're all wild and crazy, it all seemed to work together.
Yeah. But I mean, and everyone in this movie is a delight. It is because they don't really talk a lot, but it's by their actions. Again, show don't tell. And yeah, it is really, really an adrenaline rush with this movie. But again, the 3D effects. I don't know. I don't really think they should do the next one in 3D. I don't think it was. It looked great, but again, I didn't really seem to notice much of the 3D here. It wasn't bad, but I don't know.
There was a couple parts that stood out more than others, but
it just only seemed to jump right out. when it only just seemed to jump right out when there was like parts flying at you, like that steering wheel and that guy's guitar. So, but yeah, if I had to say if this, I wouldn't say that this is the best Mad Max movie I've seen. Really, I'm all for the Road Warrior, but this is like a close second, right up there, and it is definitely one of the best movies of the year for me. I mean,
it's the only movie I've seen in theaters this year. So,
well, hey, aren't you glad you got out to see it?
Yeah. So
Yeah. What else could we? I mean, let's see. This is, and also it also addresses it. I also like how it addresses a different, a different theme here, because like, okay, the first Mad Max movie was really more like an introduction to this post-apocalyptic world,
right.
And then the Road Warrior, because it took place a couple of years after the first one, it goes into a different thing altogether. That being gasoline.
Yeah, fighting for gas.
Fighting for gasoline. I'm not sure what exactly the overall theme of Beyond Thunderdome was. Was it just methane or trying to find a home? Was that it?
Well, I'm not sure.
But see, Fury Road again. Another Road Warrior. Another aesthetic that you can compare with Road Warrior is that in this case it's about human beings, particularly women, of course, being used for breeding, and going into the whole. I guess it's probably trying to go into the whole human trafficking type of thing, because there's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people in the world, and you got to make do with what you can. And one of those things you got to make do with what you can is trying to repopulate the earth. And I don't know whether all those women were they all his wives or his daughters, or just simply random women that he just uses for breeding.
I don't know. I just found it kind of funny that they were all like supermodel hot though. Well, they might have all been supermodels. I don't know, but they were. All
I know that Rosie Huntington-Whiteley is.
I'm assuming the other four were.
I mean,
or was it 5 altogether?
That one tan girl with the black hair, Zoe Kravitz, I think, or no. I know she was in. I know one of them was in X-Men First Class. She was the one who played Angel Hernandez in that movie. But she's in there. That one girl though, who kept trying to run back to Immortan Joe. I'm like, why would you go back? He was just using you as an object. The guy was a douche. The guy was a jackass.
I guess she was trying to weigh her options of what was in front of her, or just go back to being.
Yeah, I mean, okay, sure, yeah, it was kind of understandable. At least over there they had food, water, supplies, but out in the open, what would they find?
Right.
And spoiler alert, they don't find anything. In fact, they have to go all the way back to where they came from, going through all that hell just to get where they were, to go back. They have to go back. But at least they got some sort of plan as to what they're going to do. They're going to try to stop all of them. That way when they get there, they can take it over because it's pretty much defenseless. Despite the fact there's a couple of guards there, I guess.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess a lot of people hate Immortan Joe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I don't know whether to say if Immortan Joe would beat Humongous or not.
No.
Humongous was kind of like the definitive Mad Max villain for me.
Me too.
But
Humongous was a total badass.
Yeah, but I understand the kind of vibe they were trying to go with Immortan Joe. They were trying to do something that evoked Humongous, but at the same time they were going with something different. Hence, I made that Darth Vader comparison with the breathing machine and everything. Also, yeah, what was with all those things on him? I mean, he had that plastic chest thing, and again that
awesome cod piece thing.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, this movie was just plain awesome. I don't know whether to say this was the best Mad Max movie, but this was a really good movie. It didn't have a lot of exposition. It was just simply, it was a really adrenaline rush, high octane road movie, and it pretty much, it fulfilled the 3-act structure pretty well. It wasn't really muddled or anything.
No,
sometimes
to the point.
Yeah, it was straight and to the point, just like what you'd expect from out of really all the Mad Max movies. Well, maybe not Beyond Thunderdome so much. That one was had some weird directions, but yeah, Fury Road, yeah, it was straight and to the point. Of course, then it had to go around when they realized the point wasn't so the end point wasn't so great. Yeah, if they plan on making more of these, I'd definitely go see them.
I would probably see another one.
Yeah, again, I keep hearing that they're gonna make another one, so
I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah, so until then, I guess we're just finally beyond Thunderdome. Woo! Sorry. I know Spoonie tends to do that a lot, but come on, we gotta make Beyond Thunderdome jokes, right?
Right.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. I'm Phil.
Dave.
All right. Check you later.